but no one comes. No one comes. Where are you? Where are you? What will make me want to live? What will make me want to love?
In my case, I wrote with my songwriting partner a lot of material, probably like 35 songs, and over the course of about a year and a half. And we would send music to John Parish. So after we made the connection to John, and John and I talked on the phone, and he listened to a few demos, and we said, okay, this is going to happen. We're going to make the record together, and now we're going to, figure out what songs we're going to use. So we kept sending him material, and like maybe in batches of like 3, 4, sometimes 5, and then he would choose the songs from the batches that he felt like were the best for what he does, and that would make a very strong body of music.
Loving you is science fiction, bent in space and time. I'm a woman of conviction.
We made a date for the recording, and we went to Bristol, UK, and most of the writing happened actually in San Antonio, Texas. So pretty stark shift of atmosphere and climate, which was actually great. It's like the songs were written in the heat, and then we recorded them in the frigid air of Bristol. It's like they got this kind of cooking process. So we recorded all the songs in about 19 days, and really used a lot of the stuff from the demos that we made. And then, of course, John put his John Parish magic on all of it, and he was just such a wonderful person to be around, and such a humble man for being such an unbelievable musician and producer. And that experience was an absolute joy. And plus you're in Bristol, and you're like thinking about all of the other amazing musicians that make music there, and you're like, ooh, like get a little Portishead on that, get a little Massive Attack on that track, and follow it up with some Goldfrapp, and yeah, I think we're doing pretty good.
Just like the night before.
17 years now that David's been in my life, and impossible not to be very heavily influenced by his art, but even kind of more so by his person and his personality. And just really being around him is an exceptional and lovely experience, because he's this very warm, compassionate person, but he's this mega genius, but really like funny and sharp and fun to be around. So it's really like he makes you feel really good and really at ease, and then next thing you know, like you're making this really amazing art. And after all of these years of collaboration, it's not like I ever really get used to it. It's always a wonder to just hang out with him, but it's a lot easier now. It's like, oh, it's David, that's my pal Dave, as opposed to being like, oh my God, that's David Lynch right there. I mean, that was like the first 10 years, but like after a while, it's like he's so nice, and he's like, he makes you feel so comfortable that it kind of just, that's the fun part, just to kind of be giddy around him. But obviously we've been making music for so long that there's this nice kind of easiness and this sweetness, but I don't take any of it for granted. All of the music that we made was really, really not just a phenomenal experience to create art with this person, but just to be able to hang out and get to know him was really, really great.
Try to sleep against the door. Airport frenzy, checking baggage, sitting on the runway. Here we go. We're on a soul drive, planet-wide.
We got here last night and we were in the Tuscan Hills doing a show in Carmignano, and then before that in Milano, and I love Italy. So that was all like good juju to kind of work us into a good spot and to warm us up for Ghent. And Ghent is such a gorgeous city, and I usually just see a lot of my hotel room because I have to kind of center myself for the show, and I can't really talk too much, and I kind of protect myself for the performance so that I have everything I need for the shows, because those are like really so important to me. So if I have a day off in a city, this is when I really get to explore. But that didn't exactly happen, but I can feel the vibes, and this may sound a little crazy, but I can feel the energy of the city the moment I get here, and I've been able to spend some time in Ghent in other tours, so that was fortunate. I look forward to having more time off, but this time it's just about being here for the performance and for the festival and giving all I've got to that. So looking forward to it.